Hey guys, it's Spacey Sins, and we are back with more Lover Pretend. Going to finish Riku's route today. If we don't, then Jesus. But anyway. So, after that, Riku and his father went in person to humbly apologize and turn down the acting jobs they'd each accepted. But Riku only accepted maybe Director Makino's one. Riku also secured the lead in Director Makino's film. It was last minute, but the official announcement came in November. Okay. So, they'd each accept... It sounds more like the one that the father had found. Oh, you're going to be in a detective thing, and there you go. And it's but it's kind of sad that Riku has to turn that down, even though he didn't really accept it. But, okay. Whatever. Still think his dad's a dick. Of course, Riku got a lot of attention, but Sena, who played dual lead, also became a hot topic. The script was completed, and filming was scheduled to begin early next year. Riku and his father mended their relationship even more over time, and Riku was getting ready to go all out at college. Alright, compared to everything that's happened, it's smooth sailing now. Clear skies ahead. I don't know, that just feels like should be a turning point when, drama happens, but... Or at least, it was supposed to be. We're at the end of the game, though! But... Ah! I glanced at the ring dashboard and wondered why it had Santa and his reindeer on it. Oh no! Today's Christmas Eve! There was just so much going on that I'd forgotten all about Christmas. Listen. That's so fucking hard to do. For starters, Riku's schedule was packed until just before the new year while he prepared for Director Makino's film. I'd been on leave as his assistant while I worked on the final revisions with Professor Asagi. I don't know if we'll be able to meet up, but I need to get him a present just in case. Let's see, what is he like? Bananas and milk? Honestly, you could get him a basket and put some kind of if he likes to paint, that kind of stuff, any kind of art supplies, things like that, maybe books on different art or techniques type that he could use in prop making, you know what I mean? Could be interesting, but make him a basket with that, but definitely put some bananas and milk in there. That'd be fucking hilarious. No, not that. It wasn't a present. It was barely even a meal. Oh, how about a new jacket? The one he has is pretty worn out, but I have no idea what size he wears. Things that would make him happy. Clothes and a futon? No, that's a bit much. All of a sudden, the doorbell rang, startling me. I stared at the door. Huh? Can't be, right? I cautiously opened the door, and there stood Riku, looking happy and like it was only natural for him to be there. As he walked right into my room... You said you were off today, so I wanted to stop by. I thought we could eat this cake together. I knew it! Riku, don't you have work? And just because I have something scheduled every day, it doesn't mean I have to be working 24/7. You know that, right? I have a recording tomorrow night I can't miss, so I made sure to wrap things up on time today. You know how adorable he is. He's like, just because I have to work every day doesn't mean it's 24/7, bitch. What the shit? Girl, simmer down. That's not how jobs work. Riku looked very pleased that his surprise attack was a success, but I bit my lip in frustration as I got plates and forks. And Christmas is pretty crazy, isn't it? All I did was go out for cake, but I hardly made it to the store because of the crowds. Oh wow, you went out and bought it yourself? The store clerk must have been surprised, but never mind that. I need to get him something too. And they say this cake is popular, so they sell out super quick. I'm pretty lucky I was able to get one, huh? Yeah. I need to think of a present and fast. I'll watch for an opening and then maybe I can sneak out and buy something. Oh, he's at your house. I'll be right back. I just gotta go to the bathroom. Bolts out the front door. He's like, did you forget where your bathroom is? You're making some funny faces today, Spacey. Oh, I am? For now, maybe I can go to a general store and look for something. Oh, but I need a good excuse to leave. But before that, I need to find a store that's even still open. Yeah, if I hurry and look around, I should be able to find something. Alright, I'll do that. Is that okay? Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that. Huh? Really? You wonder what he said. He was like, she's distracted. Let me try something. Riku stared at me and I snapped out of my trance and cleared my throat. Oh, sorry. What were you talking about? I had a feeling you weren't listening. And do you want me to repeat it? Yeah. Riku smiled and brought his lips close to my ear. Oh, are you suggesting things? Then, under his breath, he whispered, It's Christmas, so do you want to spend the night like lovers do? Oh my god, Riku! Yes! Yes, I do. She's like, yeah, sure, go for it. And he's like, girl, what? I told you I was like, you better watch what he's saying. This is what I was hoping he said. He's like, really? What? Surprised, I shrank back and Riku chuckled. No, that's the Spacey I know. You seem to be in a daze, so I thought it was my chance to get a yes out of you. And you actually agreed, didn't you? You conniving little bastard. Like, okay, I just want to say if it wasn't Riku and I didn't love you so much, like, that's kind of creepy. Like, you weren't paying attention, you said yes, can't take it back. I mean, obviously he's not going to be like that, but still, it's like, god damn it, Riku, what the... The only way I was going to get a yes out of you. Sir, I'm going to need you to put it away. I mean, don't. That wasn't... It's okay. And don't worry, it's a joke. As he said that, he slowly peeled himself away from me. I thought for a moment about what I should say. That's your Christmas gift. Me, unwrap it. There you go. Listen! It's the thought that counts. And I audibly gulped. Was it really a joke? Now Riku looks shocked. About spending the night like lovers. Was it just a joke? Riku cocked one eyebrow and the mood took a serious turn. Are you saying you don't want it to be a joke? Actually, I didn't get the chance to get you a Christmas present, so that's why... In exchange? The look on his face is like, girl, you don't have to give it up just because you didn't give me a gift, Jesus. Simmer down, sweetie. I love it. Yeah. I see now. So, how about I take you up on that instead of a Christmas present? Well, I know I'm the one that mentioned it. I'm not actually ready for that yet. You were offering and he's like, alright. And then you're like, but I mean, maybe not. Oh, this is so embarrassing. It really kind of is. I'm getting secondhand embarrassment from you right now. Hilarious. I felt the heat slowly rising to my cheeks and I squeezed my eyes shut. Riku? Don't worry about it. You were just so cute that I wanted to tease you a bit. We're not doing anything, so rest assured. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get your hopes up. It's a little unfortunate, but I don't mind at all. I'm happy enough just spending Christmas night with my girlfriend. Riku... I mean, that's a good man. He's like, I mean, listen. You're with someone, you're dating, and then that opportunity comes up. You're like, I mean, okay. And then like, but no. And you're like, slightly disappointed, but whatever. You're gonna be like, fuck you, I'm leaving. That's somebody that you dump if they get mad because you won't put out. But like, Riku being like, I mean, a little disappointing, but like, whatevs, I don't care. Yeah, there you go. You can be disappointed and not care, you know what I mean? Like, well, what? Wait, what? You want to do what now? Maybe not. Oh. Alright, well, anyway, we can still have fun and it's cool. And he's not going to be, like, really upset about it. But you know what I mean? You get your hopes up for a hot second. You're like, yeah? Like, someone's like, you want to have candy for dinner? And you're like, candy? And they're like, I'm kidding, you can't. And you're like, oh. You know, like, ice cream for dinner or some shit? You know? Like when you were a kid, pancakes for dinner? Pancakes for dinner? I'm kidding, you're not having pancakes for dinner. Not sure why we have pancakes for breakfast. Kind of like a snack food, but anyway. His words made my heart flutter, and I broke into a smile as Riku began opening the box of cake. We're having dessert first. Is that okay? We can figure out dinner afterward. Dinner? Right, I can still do that. Full of energy, I turned to Riku excitedly. Then I'll cook as your present. I'll make lots of your favorite, so I hope you're ready. Hold on. When did you grab your bag? No, wait. Don't tell me you're going to leave your boyfriend behind to go shopping. Yes, it's the only thing I can do. It's okay. I'll be back as soon as I can. That's not the point. Stop worrying about the present and come back over here. Oh, fine, I get it. Dejected, I put my bag away and sat back down next to Riku. I thought it'd be a great idea. It's a good idea, but to me, having you right here is an even better idea. See, look at this. This man's so easy to please. The cooking for me would be nice, but, like, you're gonna leave, and I'd rather you just stay here. It's okay if all you have is stale bread. That's fine. That's what we'll eat. Look, we got cake, bitch! We actually don't need dinner. And I can't remember the last time I spent Christmas so content and comfortable. Oh, right. There are film premieres during Christmas, too. Have you had to do fan meetings or things like that? Yeah, movies around this time are all romances, so a lot of the events were geared toward women. Sad, lonely women who don't have anyone to spend Christmas with. Much like myself. That's not true. I see my family at Christmas. Events for women. Are those the ones I see on the news and stuff, where all the actors will hug the fans? Oh! Well, yeah. I get a lot of those jobs for promotion. Is that so? Are you jealous? Riku hugging other people. Since we started dating, Riku had become surprisingly spoiled. Whenever possible, he hugged me and held my hand. I thought I was the only one who knew his warmth. I knew he couldn't help it. It was just for work, but... Are you jealous? No! Oh, you really are. It feels pretty nice for the girl I like to get jealous over me. I'm not! You're not? You're not jealous at all. He was looking at me like he found this very amusing. Embarrassed, I glared back at him. Jeez, you're such a meanie sometimes. And honestly, us constantly calling him a meanie is like, what are you for? Stop. Like, oh, it's just something every time. You're a meanie. And it's like, what are you, 12? Not even. What are you, 6? Stop it. Every time it kind of occurs to me that we sound very juvenile when we say that, but I just let it go, but I can't today. I don't know why. Very irritable. I've been like that a lot lately. There's something seriously wrong with me. Whatever. Sorry, my bad. And don't look at me like that. From now on, things like holding hands, hugging, kissing, they're only for you. He deliberately whispered that in my ear, making me shiver. Oh, hi. You're always so sly. Maybe, but you want to keep me all to yourself, don't you? You'll be my one and only. Isn't that what you want? God, yes. Ugh. That's... Oh, I can see a small smile on your lips now. Does that make you happy? Riku poked my cheeks as he watched me intently. Does what make me happy? Are you happy having me all to yourself? I told you, that's not... I want to hear you say it. Are you happy? Well, yes I am. I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy I have you all to myself too. So, well, about that. There's a man harem, Riku, so... Sometimes you have me all to yourself, but like in general, my love spans this man harem mansion. It's huge, and there's a lot going on in here, so I'm just saying. You have to share. If you want to have, like, if you need hugs and I'm not around, you can hug one of the other boys. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But no other women. Don't even. I'm a selfish, jealous bitch, alright? That's how I run this man harem. And since we both have each other to... Yeah, okay, I read that right. Since we both have each other to ourselves, and can we at least kiss? Well, go for it. That's actually the right answer, so yeah. Sure. Go for it. As I nervously looked up at him, Riku laughed softly. I mean, I don't think we've kissed him that much, but at the same time, you made out in the fucking art room, right? So, like, I feel like, I mean, maybe it's like, okay, it's been a while. You're like, I haven't gotten to see him much, so you haven't kissed him since then, so it is a little, but like, at a certain point after you've kissed somebody a couple times, you're like, it's old hat. It's not like, oh my god. It might still give you butterflies, like, God, I just get excited every time you kiss them because, you know, you love them that much. But you're not like, oh my god, I don't know. Oh, it's weird. It's not the way they make it in these games. So, like, you shouldn't be that anxious about it. A little bit, maybe, because it's been a while since you kissed him, sure. But, like, girl, I'm going to need you to practice kissing him a lot so you get used to it. And then the only thing is, like, man, I just felt my heart flutter. But it's like, oh, it's a good fluttering, not a like, oh my god, I'm gonna die of embarrassment type of fluttering. You know what I mean? Oh, really? And don't mind if I do. Ooh, do we get another CG? Oh, is this a joke too? Why would I be joking? I've been holding back this whole time, you know. Riku smiled and gently placed his hands on my shoulders. I still can't get used to it, no matter how many times we do it. You're gonna have to, because there's nothing that annoys me more than the like, oh my god, it's so, like, seriously? I'm gonna need you to get your shit together. I'll give you a little bit of a pass, because, like, it's been a while. But then it's making it sound like we've kissed a lot, but she's still this anxious butterfly virgin, and it's like, could you stop? Seriously, simmer down. It's not cute after a point. Like, I know that Atome games think it's like, it's so cute. It's not cute. Like, 3 years later. We're not that far in, but I told you, I was just very bitchy and irritable today. What the shit? God. And just relax, okay? Yeah, just relax! I did as he said and exhaled, then slowly closed my eyes. And could you imagine being with someone that's like, oh, at first a little nervous to kiss you. Okay, understandable, but then every single day, like, we've been dating for, like, months now. I kiss you all the time, and every single time you want to kiss, can I kiss you? It's like, oh, okay, I don't know, oh my god, I don't know, and they're gonna have a basic panic fucking attack every time. You're like, the tolerance is kind of bullshit. Like, good god, this poor man. Calm down, breathe. Like, doesn't that make you feel like shit if the person you want to kiss is always like, it's not an excited, like, oh, okay, I'm gonna kiss you, like, whatever. It's the, oh my god, I don't know what to do. Like, you're basically on a border of a panic attack. Simmer down. This poor man is like, why do I bother? Why do you bother, Riku? I wouldn't be like this. We could spend the night like lovers do. Alright, I'm still gonna be a little awkward about it. Like, I mean, it's just, whatever. Like, you're gonna have to work your way into the mood. You can't just, like, come in here and be like, so we're gonna do this later, right? Oh, dear God. That kind of pressure I get. But, like, can I kiss you? Yeah, sure. We've done this a million times before. It's fine. We should be used to it. We shouldn't be able to freak out. I anxiously waited for him until I felt his breath on my lips. And if it's a like, ooh, I'm anxious, like happy anxious, but that's not the way it is. It's always like, oh my god, I'm anxious. Like she's about to vomit on him. Maybe not that bad, but still. I could feel his body heat approaching, and then he pressed our lips together for just an instant. I mean, that made you nervous. Seriously? I let out the breath I'd been holding and opened my eyes meekly. See this? It's like your first kiss, but it's not. Stop acting like this. It's aggravating. You were blushing. How cute. Are you still not used to it, despite the fact that we've been married for 6 years and have 3 kids? No, I'm not sure I'll ever be. Seriously, that's pathetic. Like, seriously. Don't worry. We have plenty of time ahead of us. Plenty of time ahead of us. Wow, I don't know why I couldn't say that. You can slowly acclimate. You'd think I would have over the past few months. Well, once you graduate, you're going straight to America, right? When that happens, we won't be able to see each other much. Oh, that. I missed too many classes because of my shooting schedule, so I can't graduate this year. What? And that said, I only have Director Makino's film left, so I'm set to graduate next year. It's kind of fun thinking I'll be able to graduate with you. Fun, you say? Don't jinx it or you'll be held back another year. I'll work hard so that doesn't happen. I'm looking forward to graduating together, so look after me for another year, okay? And then we could go together. could travel together after we graduate. That'll be cute. He was more optimistic than I was. But when he smiles like that, too, here's to another year of college together. Oh, that means you can look forward to next year's Christmas, too. Because if we were separated, we couldn't celebrate. I mean, we could still celebrate. Just FaceTime, you know. I'll make up for this year's Christmas. Okay. I'll be looking forward to it. And and to our next step as lovers, okay? Yeah, I was gonna say, if by next Christmas she hasn't put out, like, good God. Huh? Because I want to see a romantic movie written by Spacey. And that's why I'll make sure to teach you as much as I can. The way he says this, it's like, sir, you haven't ever done that either. So, like, oh, look at that. We're adorable virgins in love. I mean, I'm just trying to, like, Sana, I would believe, did knock some boots. But, like, Riku, you're barely human. I don't think you're capable of that. Even robotically. I'm just saying. Riku flashed me a genuine smile. Then he gently hugged me and kissed my lips. I'm not even going to CG for that. Well, there's our end. So, hold on. I gotta lean over and mute. Because I don't think this is the one. I don't think we can skip. No, we can't. But that's okay because we get to see like all of the CGs we've gotten with him go by. But I just don't like the. Oh my god, I'll never get used. I get what they're trying to do. Keep her sweet and innocent, but it gets old real fast. And like it gets really old when you're already in a relationship now with this person, and then they keep adapt and change. It's okay for her to be like, okay, I actually really liked her for most of the stuff. It's just little bits like that that's like, all right, I'm gonna need you to stop now. Grow up. Like you could be like a little awkward and weird because you knew nothing about romance makes sense. But now that you're in a relationship, I'm gonna need you to adapt. I'm not saying you need to be like, you know, some like sexcapade expert or some shit. You know what I mean? But like, not all, oh my god, I don't know. When you kiss someone, like seriously, stop it. I wish the writers would stop doing that. It drives me crazy. I don't know. I don't. I think it's because I'm like really behind in recording and I'm like, I need to do this, but I was like, I kind of just don't want to. I don't know why. I love Riku and I loved his route, but for some reason, just I technically should have, well, we still would have one part left, but I technically should have finished his route, most of it, aside from like the other bad endings. So up through this part last week. You know what I mean? So I'm like at least 3 recording days behind. But and then like even yesterday, like I should have recorded this part with the last part, but I didn't because I was like, I don't know, I just haven't been motivated to. I think it's like I'm trying to keep ahead and everything is slowly burning me out. But I just need to make sure because even if I take a little break now, like I'll just take a couple days break, then I'm going to get behind so that in June when I only have a few days to record for like I'm going to be so behind and then it's going to, you know what I mean? I want to be enough ahead that I'm like, okay, cool, I can get this done and I can slowly catch back up. But like I'm burning myself out right now trying to make sure that we're good for end of May, beginning of June. Cause like, but at least I'm gonna finish Riku's route. If there's a gap in this, it's gonna be between Riku and Asagi's routes. So I'm gonna hope that doesn't happen, but this is all I can record most likely before June. So I mean, I'm well enough in ahead, but I just don't, you know what I mean? So yeah. So if there's a gap, it's going to be after this. So, and hopefully it would only be like a couple of days. But we will finish the games, don't worry. It's not that I've like quit and I don't want to keep playing these games. I'm just burning myself out for this physical moment in time. But like, I know if I don't record at all or I take a couple of days off, then I'm going to get used to that. Like, I need to make sure I at least do something every day. I don't know. Anyway, Christmas Eve was the first time we got to spend alone together in a while. But regardless of the holidays, filming started as soon as the new year rolled around. Once it did, it was hard to find alone time together since we were too focused on work. But one day, during our break... Hey, how come you guys aren't clinging to each other? Shouldn't you be closer? Please stop saying weird things like that, especially when we're at work. And then maybe I should cling to you. See, he doesn't care if we have a boyfriend. That's why you're gonna do well in the man harem, Yukito, because you just understand that you have to share and you don't care. Cool. Riku, we're gonna have a little bit of problems with, but it's okay. He's still coming to the man harem, but he's gonna be like, I'm a little jealous you're spending time with other people. Well, you're gonna have to deal with it, sweetie. Bonk. This was the routine recently. Sana would try to hug me, then Riku would appear out of nowhere and stop him with force. Maybe I really do need to do something about you. And do what exactly? And with whom? It's like they're supposed to get along, but like Sana is testing Riku's limits. Kind of cute. I like this banter that we have in this little throuple we're gonna have right now. In the end, it's the two of them who ended up sticking close to each other. I was glad to see them both in good spirits, even between filming. I don't know, Riku looks kind of mad. Whenever I wasn't in class, I spent my spare time on set as an assistant writer and helped out with different tasks to support the crew. Kazuma was also assigned to do makeup for the film, working under Miss Kayama. He was so dazzling that he sent shivers down my spine. Oh, you're dating Riku, so why are you saying Kazuma's so dazzling? He sent shivers down my spine. Are you prepping for a man harem route? Unfortunate, we won't get one, but... It had also been a while since I'd seen Makino look so lively, and we would end up chatting about our college lives. Filming was going well. Wish it was 5 years later, Makino. God damn. 5 years later, Harumi was the best Harumi. A motherfucker shouldn't be able to be that pretty. 5 years later, Harumi is the one that's coming to my man harem. Like, look, I loved Harumi's character, and I loved his route, but he's still a little bit too adorable for me. But like the 5 years later version... Opening the doors to the manor. Oh, spreading both of those double doors wide. Come on in, sir! Welcome! Because, like, beautiful. Time passed and spring gave way to summer. Until director Makino's film was finally finished, shooting, editing, and all. Finally, a premiere was held for the staff. Wow. It all seems so jumbled when they shoot one scene at a time. When they compile it all together, it becomes an amazing story. The world Professor Asagi created has become a vivid, moving story that's completely alive on screen. It was amazing. Absolutely wonderful. As the premiere ended, I continued to clap in unison with the thunderous applause. It was all I could do to express my overwhelming joy. So glad I got to work on this movie. Judging from the length and intensity of the applause, I was sure everyone there thought so too. I was sure the applause was also a farewell to Riku, who was going to retire from the industry after this. The disappointment, but also the motivation the staff felt when they heard the news, was truly something to behold. However, Director Makino calmly said, "I'll go on as I usually do," and proceeded as normal. With all the memories rushing back, I subconsciously whispered, "It's truly an amazing film." Yeah, it was great. His voice sounded so warm and kind that an unbearable heat welled up within my chest. And then... So, after we hear a few words from the director and the lead actors, we'll get right into the photo ops. Riku smiled, and after giving me a brief hug, stood and headed down to join the others. Do you imagine, though? He wanted to quit acting so he could focus on the set design and stuff like that, right? That's absolutely his whole goal. But now we're dating. And you don't think that all of his fangirls are going to be like, wait, so he's dating that bitch and he's quitting? It's her fault! We're getting the blame for this. We're so getting the blame for this. Well, anyway. The only thing I don't like is that, like, The CG before was the same one we had in Seina's route because of them looking at the script together. And this is basically the same one too, I think. Because, you know what I mean? Because when in Yukito's route, this was him standing up there talking and whatever. So, like, they're reusing the same CGs for both of them. And it's like, that's a little cheap. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. Once everyone had gathered on stage in front of the screen, they gave their speeches, starting with the director. Riku, who had already announced his retirement, went last. I mean, then there's this. It's a different version, but it's still like, you know. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for letting me work with you all on this movie. I've been in many films over the years, but to end my acting career with this one fills me with great joy. And that's how wonderful this film is. It's a work of art, and it was truly inspiring to me. Riku paused and took a deep breath, his expression serious. As I've told some of you, I'm currently studying to become a professional stage designer. So, someday, I'll do my best so I can work with you all again. When that happens, I hope you'll all welcome me once more. Thank you very much for everything you've done for me. And they're like, that's the most human that robot's ever been. Aww. Robot learned how to have a heart. That was a great private screening, wasn't it? When it starts showing in theaters, let's go watch it again. I excitedly chatted with Riku after the end of the premiere, and he flashed me a smile. Yeah, I think I'll want to watch it over and over. You know, right? Not to mention, you were really amazing on screen as... And there they are, glued to each other like usual. I'm starting to feel a little jealous. Seina! Good job, you two. Seina winked as he smiled mischievously at Riku. That was a great movie, wasn't it? I never would have thought it'd turn out so good when we were filming it. But it really is a work of art. I agree. I could really feel how desperate you were. The thing is all movies are works of art, whether they're good ones or shit ones is, subjective. But like, like, it's a work of art. It just, you know what I mean? Some movies just look like those drawings you did in kindergarten where your parents put it on the fridge, but they were ugly as shit because you sucked at art. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, it's a fire truck. It's a dog. Sure it is, sweetie. You know what I mean? You're a little ugly as your parents have to pat you on the head and tell you did a good job despite the fact that it was garbage. Except for when you're an adult and you make a garbage movie, everybody just tells you, wow, that was garbage. Quit. Quit now. Is this your day job? Quit it. It's not your day, then don't quit that one. Just don't do this again. You know what I mean? But technically all art. I know what they mean. Oh my god, it's a work of art! Like, it's good. But, saying it's a work of art, being synonymous with being good, is really weird. Because I could draw a potato and be like, it's a work of art! Doesn't mean it's a good one. Just really weird how we've just developed the English language to say something that is a work of art means it's good. Think about that one for a while. I don't know why I had to, dissect that and be like, that's weird, but it is. Hey, Nishijima, why are you always so hard on just me? Are you still mad at me for hitting on Spacey at the amusement park? Or could it be that time that you weren't watching during the shoot? We never did anything! No. I'm not the type to hold grudges. I'm just keeping an eye out because I don't want any pests sticking to her. And then you really are holding a grudge. In his face. Riku laughed as he teased Seina before his voice once more took on a serious tone. But I really do think it's a great film. And that includes both your performance as well as my own. I guess so. But I can't deny it seemed like you were going to devour me whole, even though we were both leads. But that's what makes you the Riku Nishijima. I learned a lot from you. I appreciate it. Seina. He used to slack off any chance he got, but perhaps he matured throughout the filming as well. Anyway, I got some stuff to do, so I'll get out of your hair. Oh, but... That whole whole thing about you two being engaged, was that really true? If so, then why is Spacey's left ring finger missing something sparkly? Chuckling, Riku took my left hand and gently touched my ring finger. I'm still looking for the perfect ring. Does that answer your question? Alright, I get it. The look on your face is enough to convince me it's time for me to give up and stop meddling. Sana laughed in his usual way and turned to leave with a slight wave of his hand. Nishijima, I'm gonna do my best pursuing my own things, so make sure you do the same. See ya. Acting cool up until the very end. That's so like him. Yeah, but I'm really glad he was my last movie partner. I truly had fun. Riku stared at the now blank screen, a real, genuine smile on his face. He sounded like he was trying to convey his thanks to an old friend. After that, with lots of smiles and emotion, the curtain fell on the final scene of Riku's acting career. Aww. It's like it's not going to end there, but like kind of feels where it should, you know? I thought back to the end of last year. To my surprise, the script I'd written about romance and shown to Professor Asagi garnered praise. He said the chemistry between the male and female characters, their sentiments, and their development were much more interesting now. I was sure this was all thanks to Riku. Since then, I continued to write scripts in various genres and submitted them to contests. And at long last, I finally won a coveted award. I had stepped up to the starting line and my own story was just beginning. My difficulty writing romance, my fear of men, I was sure it was because I didn't know my father, and I was sure that knowing him would have changed things. With that in mind, I continued to search for him in the background. But now, I had other things on my mind. I was in love with a wonderful man. It was a little surprising when Riku said he wanted to get engaged, but the thought of becoming a family with him made me happier than anything else I'd ever felt. I had no doubt that Riku and I would make a great family together. That was why I was okay now. I loved Riku, and together we'd create a family to be proud of. I'm gonna transition into another scene because it never ends. Which one may be better? Actually, I wonder if he'd even like it. As I continued to deliberate, Riku casually peered at me. Do you see something you like? If you want anything, I'll get it for you. No, I'm just browsing. How about you? Anything caught your eye, like decorations, or maybe picture frames? Like one of these two here? Something that caught my eye. Oh, maybe some plates or chopsticks or cups. Tableware? What kind do you like? Do you prefer something simple or patterned? Why don't you choose? You're going to be the one using it anyway. Huh? You know, since you've been coming over so often, you should have your own set of tableware, right? Well, I suppose so. Ah! Why won't things go my way? Ever since I failed at Christmas, I kept a close eye on special events. And today's event was the most important of them all. His birthday? Riku's birthday! Damn, I'm good. Normally I would have gotten his present in advance, but I'm really shitty at remembering events and holidays. I mean, that's kind of fun. I like that. Instead of being like, I'm always on the ball, it's like, I forgot everyone's birthday! That's me right there. I forget fucking everything. Not while I'm recording. I mean, while I'm recording. Not when this goes up. But tomorrow, for me, not for you, whatever, is Mr. Neelix's birthday. Mr. Neelix's birthday! He's sitting with me, that's why, and I'm poking him, he's just not moving at all. Are you alive? Are you cold? I know, it's chilly up here. It's your birthday, not today, it's tomorrow. It's your actual hatch day, you're gonna be 9 years old. You're such a little old man. Such an old bird. Yeah, I know, are you giving everybody kisses? Hear him? Now he's being quiet, but he was like talking before. Can they hear you? You talking? You talk to them and say hello? Anyway. That I remember. I almost forgot though. I kind of have to keep looking at his birth certificate. Like, when the fuck is his birthday? I only know because it's on his birth certificate. Also, my my microphone's being really weird. Just, I feel like the sound's not right now. Hold on a second. Okay, yeah, so I just noticed, because I was like looking over and I'm like, I would stop talking, but my volume would still be going. So I realized that somewhere along the line, everything's out of sync. There's nothing I can do about that. I might try to fix it in editing, but I'll probably forget. But, so, sorry about that. I looked toward the end and I was like, oh yeah, I'm reading the line, and then I click again, and then the line, and I'm like, so, things are a little off. I have no idea why my recording software just got a little janky with it, but it did, so... it seems okay in the beginning, but toward the end, it got a little janky. It might be okay now, but... Yeah, so sorry about that. Things were a little off there at the end, timing-wise, but it's not too bad. It's just gonna be a little weird, but... Anyway, so, normally I would have gotten his present in advance, but... What about you, Riku? Do you need anything? Like, maybe an alarm clock? You say the same thing to Kazuma. I'm having flashbacks. I don't think I need one now. But waking up to your voice is the best alarm clock. Also, you know, you have an alarm clock on your phone. It's easier. It was always like this. I made sure the food's ready to serve, and I even made a gorgeous cake. After this, I was going to invite him over to my place and surprise him. It'd be perfect, assuming I found a gift, despite the fact that you're with him. I did a lot of research, but I couldn't decide what my main gift should be. Nothing felt just right, all the way up to this very day. If only he'd said he'd like something, I would have gotten it instantly. Just then... Oh, this is pretty nice. What? Which one? Like that. Here, this one. I finally heard those long-awaited words. I looked at Riku's hands and... Teacups? Yeah, his and her teacups. And don't you think it'd be nice to use these with meals? How old-fashioned. But if Riku says he likes these, then I guess I'm getting teacups. I gave him a small nod and grabbed the teacups that he pointed out. Okay, I'll go buy these then. What? No, it's okay. I'm the one who wants them, so I'll buy them. No, I'll buy them. I can buy them myself! Well, I guess if you insist, then I don't mind, but you could have just been like, oh, it's a birthday gift. You've been acting kind of suspicious lately, haven't you, Spacey? Huh? Me? You've been desperately asking me if there's anything I want, and you don't let me buy anything for myself. Hey, are you... Oh no, he's figured me out! Cheating on me. What? We're like... We have that look on our face, like, he's got his pig, he's like, cheating on me? And we're like, wait, what? I've seen it in movies and stuff, where people give gifts to someone to get on their good side when they're guilty of something. You're wrong! It's not like that! Yeah, I know, because I'd find out immediately if that were the case. Immediately? Yeah, we're not good at lying, so I doubt we'd be good at cheating. So, if you're not cheating on me, why won't you let me buy these teacups, Spacey? I'm not sure about this. Are you cheating on me? No, then I'm buying these. But, what? Wait, what? What kind of weird logic is that? Well, because I want to invite you to my place so we can have dinner together. I thought it'd be nice to get some new teacups for that, so I'll go ahead and pay for these right now. I dashed to the cash register with the teacups. Before Riku could press me any further, you could just be like, they're a birthday gift. Because what are we going to do? We'll go home, wrap him, and give him a bag, and he's going to be like, these are the teacups we just bought together. What the hell is wrong with you? So cute. I thought I heard something behind me, but it's okay. He hasn't found out yet. I don't think he's as stupid as you are, girl. Like, seriously. He's like, I know, I'm not dumb. And like, it's my birthday, and you insist on paying for teacups, and then you're not going to tell me why, instead of just being like, it's a birthday gift. After purchasing the teacups... Is it heavy? Let me carry it. No, I'm fine. They're teacups. How fucking heavy could they be? I finally found his present. I can't give it to him yet. Because when you get home and wrap, I'm just saying, this is the dumbest thing ever. I held the teacup securely in my arms as we walked home together. Okay, everything's all set. This was my chance to make up for last Christmas. I peeked into the living room from the kitchen and saw Riku preoccupied in his phone while we waited for dinner. It's okay, he doesn't know yet. After I checked in on Riku, I lit a candle. Okay, so now. Is there a power outage? Happy birthday, Riku! Oh, thank you, Spacey. Go ahead, blow out the candle. Sure. Happy birthday! I'm gonna see that you tomorrow. Happy birthday. It's been a long time since I last celebrated my birthday like this. With a girl. You've been preparing this for a while, haven't you, Spacey? Huh? Hmm? Did you notice I was preparing something for you? Yeah, for quite a while now, to be honest. Since when? Let's see. I think it might have been around last February. February? How did you notice so early? Remember when we went to look for a birthday present for Sena? Around that time you started asking me if there was anything I wanted. I thought I'd been so nonchalant when I asked. Silly! Really, like in the store, like, is there anything? Like, like one of these picture frames right here that I can't choose between for you? But I mean, what? We're not very cool. You know what I'm saying? After that, the next time was at Kamakubo's birthday in June. Even though it was his birthday, he asked me if there was anything I wanted. I figured that you'd sent him to ask me. When is Riku's birthday? Because we said February. So the movie came out in February, now it's June. Yeah, I did send him. And when we went out, you'd asked if I liked this, or how a guy would feel about that. I had a feeling you were digging for ideas. But you just kept your mouth shut? Rude. I knew I was bad at being discreet, but I had no idea I was that transparent. I wonder you found out. Also, we were being weird today, on his birthday, at the store. And don't feel so down. Seeing you making an effort for me always makes me happy. And I've been looking forward to today. I'm really happy you worked so hard to come up with a surprise for me, Spacey. Thank you. It makes me feel a little better when you put it like that. There's a bird in my freaking esophagus. Yeah, I mean, seriously, his head is jammed in my throat right now, so it's very hard to talk. Yeah, so look forward to your birthday, too. Last time it was pretty simple because of everything I was working on, but this time I'm gonna pull out all the stops. You don't need to do that. I was just so desperate to find something that things got a little out of hand. I should have chosen a gift based off my own taste, but this is the first time I'm giving a gift to someone I like. I couldn't trust my own judgment because I didn't know what I'd do if you ended up not liking it. Yeah, that's what I like about you. You like that about me? Yep. You're hardworking and a little clumsy, but you do your best to make things work out. It's really cute. I love that part of you. Riku! Sorry. Whenever I'm with you, I feel like I'm about to combust. It's hard for me, too. Combust? Yeah. I just want to hold you or kiss you right then and there. When you asked me over today, I wondered if you would... Oh! I wondered if I would get that thing I didn't get last year. Rico, Jesus! We're like, what thing? Aren't I the one getting the thing? Sorry, did I gross you out? Oh, no, you see... It's alright, I get it. I know you're not ready for that. No, that's not what I meant. Are we? I mean, it's been apparently a year. Almost. Huh? It's not that. Actually, I was just thinking about making that your present. I mean, it's not a bad present, but it also almost sounds like, I get, you know what I mean? It just sounds weird the way it's phrased, but... What? Really? I was looking down, so I couldn't see Riku's face, but I managed to nod shyly. If you're not, but the awkwardness of I mean, it's going to be awkward the first time, and I get that. I'm not mad about that. But it's I guess that could be your present. Oh, that just makes it a little... Oh, you know? It's not like, oh. It's like, oh, I don't know, you know? You'll be graduating soon, then leaving for America after that. When that happens, I won't get to see you, so... I see. I'm sorry, I'm dragging you down. I'm such an idiot. Why did I have to confess that at a time like this? Jeez. My cheeks felt flushed, and I shut my eyes. Spacey. Oh! As Riku called my name, I felt something soft and warm envelop me. His arms embracing me felt a little stiff, almost like he was holding back his strength. I thought I had you figured out already, but it looks like I was naive. You're far more surprising and interesting than I ever imagined. What do you mean by interesting? Oh, no. I won't let you turn this into a joke anymore, okay? His breath's hitting my ear. It's so warm. So what do you say? My ears were getting hotter and hotter. I closed my eyes again, mentally preparing myself, and took a deep breath. You can't be like, I was thinking of, like, letting you have sex with me for your birthday, and then be like, no, maybe not. Don't open the door if you can't commit, because, like, he's half naked already. I wouldn't be saying such embarrassing things if I wasn't okay with it. I suppose that's true. Yeah. Oh, but we should eat first. You're not gonna leave me hanging, are you? I'll eat the food and cake you made for me later. Because right now, I want you. Oh dear God. Gonna eat dessert first? Alright. Alright, I'm here for this. Riku sounded so desperate, so different from usual, as he slowly laid me down. I can't believe we're doing this. Oh my God, don't make me read it though. I'm not moaning. His kiss was nothing like his usual light pecks. It was more forceful and even bit my lip. Okay, Riku knows what I like. You did pin me to a wall and now you just bit me? I'm sorry, lip biting is hot. Okay, I can't. I'm just... And you wear glasses when you go out to hide your identity. So, like, I'm here for all of this. I indulged in the sensation and let him take over. I love you, Spacey. Riku and I finally had our first night and our first morning as lovers. Oh man, wow, really? I like that, see? It's like he laid me down and then we had our first night as lovers. Okay, that tells me it happened and I didn't have to read anything weird. We're still going? Seriously? Shortly after that, these after credit things, I'm not complaining, but I'm also complaining because they go on forever. You're like, this is the same length as the route. Like, what? This is half the length of the route. It's the weirdest thing. Shortly after that, or 3 years later, Director Makino's film premiered in theaters. Right after its release, Riku was swamped with promotional work and stage appearances. Okay, but didn't the film wrap up in, like, January? Or whatever? So then February was Seina's birthday, and then June, so then the movie finished. We had a premiere. I mean, I can understand you're doing some prep work, but it didn't come out until the fall? I don't know when Riku's birthday is, but I'm like, that just, the timeline seems a little weird. I don't know anything about Hollywood movies, though. Anyway. He spent his extra time devoting himself to creating stage designs with his fellow students in the performing arts department. Today, I brought lunch for them to help out, but... So fun to paint without worrying about making a mess. Yeah, alright, I'm sending more paint your way. Here! Okay, next, I'll go from here. Alright? Are they throwing paint at each other? Using a large brush, Riku drew a curved pattern on a cloth spread across the floor. Here, vibe it over there! Oh, how about we add some color to this? I want to fancify it! Cool, we're gonna go crazy over here too! Let me just add another stroke from here then. Okay! Riku looks like he's having fun. I wonder what he's making this time. Whether he noticed I was staring at him or not. Riku, holding a brush dipped in paint, looked up at me and our eyes met. You should have told me you were coming. I couldn't interrupt you when you were having so much fun. What are you making this time? A background for a stage with an otherworldly theme. It's a bright and fun world, but also chaotic. So that's why you're painting like that. Yeah, oh, while we're at it, why don't you give it a try? I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Is that okay? Of course. I don't want your clothes to get dirty though, so I'll lend you a pair of overalls. Oh my god, are we gonna have a CG of us in overalls painting with Riku? Because that's gonna be cute. But won't it be kind of big? No, that's okay. We can pin it up. It'll be fine. Okay, I'll do that then. After that... Once I got dressed, Riku looked down, his shoulders trembling from trying to hold back his laughter. I hope our hands are all floppy, lost in the sleeves. Come on, stop laughing at me! I told you your clothes wouldn't fit me! Sorry. It's just that you look like a kid wearing adult clothes. I'm a full-fledged adult! Not when you act like that and call him a meanie, but whatever. I know that. Let me pin it up for you. Besides... I wouldn't find you this appealing like I do right now if you were a kid. That's valid, and I appreciate that differentiation. Appealing? Riku's smile reminded me of the night we spent together on his birthday. Riku, you... And don't be so upset. I just wanted to tease you a little because you look so cute. And there we go, all pinned up now, so it should be easier to move. Thank you. No problem. Riku swiftly hugged me, then he grabbed a bucket of paint and a brush and handed them over. It's supposed to look otherworldly, so feel free to go wild. I see. Otherworldly. Oh! Something wrong? I was wondering, aren't your bangs in the way, Riku? They're covering your eyes. Well, you know, if I pull them back, they'll realize who I am, and that would be a huge hassle. They still don't know? Though everyone seems to already know, and they're just not saying anything. Oh, well, I'm retired anyway, so I don't really mind it. In that case, why don't you pull them back? It would make it easier for you to see. Yeah, I guess seeing would be nice. I'll pull them back then. Here, I've got a hair tie. Are we gonna put his hair in, like, a tiny little doofy? Like, with a little, like, on top, sticking up? I took a hair tie from my bag and asked Riku to bend down so I could tie his bangs back. Now you look like a little kid, Riku! And then let's go back to being children for today and be as messy as we want. Yeah! Oh my god. We dipped our brushes in colorful paint and swung them around on the cloth like we were kids again. It went a white screen, so we're going to be getting a CG then. Us in his overalls covered in paint. This is what I wanted! That's exactly what I was thinking for his bags. Just a tiny little, like, boop, sticking out of the hair tie. It's so ridiculous. I love it. Otherworldly. Otherworldly. Ha! Oh, that doesn't look right. Ha! You've got paint all over you, Spacey. You're like a rainbow. I'll wash the overalls before I return them. And don't worry about it. Oh, you've got some paint on your cheek, too. Huh? Where? Riku gently grabbed my hand and stopped me from rubbing my face. Aw, look at the look on his face. It's so sweet. Wait, and don't rub too hard or your skin will turn red. You have to be more gentle. Our fucking angry cat face. I'll help you with it later, okay? Thanks. You spoil me too much, Riku. You like treating me like a little kid, don't you? Not at all. You're just so cute that I want to give you all kinds of things. I know what kinds of things he wants to give us. He already did, which I'm cool with. That's called treating me like a kid. Jeez. We're acting like one. No, it's not. He's not treating us like a kid because he's going to wipe it. I'm just saying. There was a way to be like, oh, look at you, I like my face. Oh, you're just so cute, paint on your face. That's not the way he's acting at all. It's like, you've got paint. I'll help you with it. You're like, that could be sexy as fuck. Girl. You are so naive and juvenile if you can't see why this could be sexy. So he's treating you like a kid because you're acting like one. Grow up and realize this could be very sexy. Don't call him a meanie. In my frustration, I vigorously swiped the paintbrush at the cloth. It's not like that at all. You're not cute because you act like a kid. You're cute because I love you. Don't say things like that in public. Girl, get over it. Huh? But I said it because you got upset. Oh, but what is it? I looked at Riku and he turned to me with a big smile. Like, most people would kill for someone that's as adorable and sweet and, like, doting as Riku. And then he says he loved. Don't say weird things in public, girl! You shut your mouth and accept this man and his love. Because he is precious. If a little robotic and weird, but still. If we have a child together, I might be a better father than I thought. I'm sure our child would be so cute. Okay, well you just lost me now. Because I don't like kids. Excuse me? That is, okay, now I understand you, like, balking at his audacity. Because, like, insinuating children! Whoa, back it up, buddy! I was thinking about how my father was. I wondered, what if I ended up becoming like him one day? But today I feel a bit more confident. Confident? I was so surprised that I accidentally... Oh no, the paint! You've spilled it magnificently. It's not funny. It's okay. I think it has its own charm. And the pattern you made will create a new world. Is that so? Yep. And just like how my world was created when I met you. Oh my god, with the lines! That makes up for insinuating kids. As he said that, he painted over the spill with a different color. Colors overlapped, creating a vivid combination that would have been impossible without mixing. Hey, Spacey, I don't know if you've realized this yet, but I was all alone in my lonely world until you came and gave it color. I'm sure it'll be like that from now on, too. My God, you are so good with these lines. Are you the screenwriter? And that's why, from now and forever... Ow, you're a nasty bird. I was trying to pet you. You're being a dick. Thank you. I can't wait to spend my life with you, my future wife. I like how we're basically just his wife now. I mean, he basically already insinuated engagement and was gonna get her. So we already knew this was coming, but... I guess she's still like, ah, at everything he's saying, girl. Happy end. Of course it's the happy end. Of course it is. You know, that little... All those lines at the end were worth waiting the 6 hours for. Ooh! How dare you show up, sir? It's Riku's turn. Oh, and then it's like, it's funny that they show him like that, like it's scenario unlocked. Like you're like, what? Like you're shocked that you can date him because you know damn well he's dateable. He comes in the cards, so. Boop, 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 ba-doop, boop, ba-doop, boop. We got everybody. Oh, no, the last one is the only one we don't have for everybody, which I'm sure. Oh, some of these unlock in the little other scenarios that we kind of forgot that we had. Wait, this is the one that... Yeah, I hate that. Anyway. Hate that it goes back because I never know. Sleeping in the stairwell! I still love it. His face is so beautiful sleeping in the stairwell. Then I'm looking mad at us. Angry. All of them, all of his are only 2 except for the last one has 3. Okay. I like his angry face as he wakes up. Anyway. His magic sparkle. She looks terrifying in that. Again, it's because she has no nose. Like, they could have given her a little bit of something else aside from that tiny little dot that's supposed to be her nose. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's creepy as fuck. Like, girl, get a nose. Like, here she also doesn't have a nose, but it doesn't look as bad for some reason. Still a little weird. But, like, god damn, look at Riku. Can we just come over here? This is the way this CG should be. Because he is just... He needs to be center. Like, this one's better. Because then we don't see that she has a weird nose. Honestly, the weird thing is like, she doesn't look... In this one, strange without a nose like the other one. I don't know what it is. But see, like this! She got a fucking nose, so give her a nose in the other ones. I know, it's because it's just 2 different times. Glasses, no glasses. Oh, right, when he surprised us in the hall. Her one hand is so tiny. This best fucking stop it. Best CG. Actually, the 5 years later Makino, that's still one of the best. I'm sorry. Was there a CG I said it was better than that one? Because that's the one that lives rent-free in my brain. Aw, putting a ring on her finger. I know I got the thing in the way, but I have to know which ones have multiple so we don't keep going back and forth because that drives me bonkers. We've heard my giant pet peeve on that shit. She's so determined to feed him. See? Like, even that, like, she's got a little bit more of a line for a nose. You know what I mean? It's something. Like, but don't just give her a weird little dot. Angry face. Grab Insano. Backhand you, sir. Take off your glove and slap him with it. Kissing us. Oh, and you look so sweet there, too. The colors on this one's beautiful. Like, we look like such... This one, though, there's something about it that he looks like 16. We look like we're, like, teenagers in love. Not like grown-ass adults. You know what I mean? This looks like... There's something that we have such baby faces in these ones. I love his little bangs. I think his little face is so sweet in this one, too. I like her face, too. Jowly mad. Alright. Don't get me wrong. I love him angrily pinning us to a wall. Because you know how much I like this shit. But, like, this one is just... Whoops. I meant to do hide. This one is just amazing. Just, like just zoomed right in. Okay, because then we get both of us. A little bit closer. But, like, goddamn, look at how gorgeous he is in this. I really enjoyed Riku's route. I don't really have much else to say. I've said all my things in it. We've got to do all of his other endings next, though. So we still have... What? Why do you do that? Why you make that noise like you see something? There's nothing up there. It's just the spot that the nail's in. You're okay. Simmer down. You do that, that's your bug spotting noise. Sometimes it's you see birds, but there's no way you see birds here. Do you see is there a spider floating around that I don't see? That's terrifying. Anyway, we will do his normal end and then all the bad ends in the next part. So I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.